the next song, Broken, that's supposed to be coming out in April. We showed it to Ash, the head of Sumerian, and that was the first time he looked at us, and he just like, play that song again. He was just like, you guys wrote your first hit, like mega hit. And I was like,
so we'll see.
We'll see. Don't jinx it.
But yeah, if you put it out now and sell like nothing, I'm going to blame you.
Hey guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Rock Sound. Palaye Royale are just wrapping up their UK headline tour. I'm delighted to say the lads are on the line right now. How are you, gentlemen?
We are doing great. We are happy to be back in the UK.
I'll bet, man.
As always.
Oh, so good to see you boys over here. I mean, it's just mad, isn't it, that like you waited so long to be back here in the UK. Those shows were great. I know I was at the Glasgow day. I saw how mad the Roundhouse was the other night. You guys must be having an absolute blast. Finally out here playing for these crowds again, right?
Yeah, literally, Remington and I got British-related tattoos on it.
Like right before the Roundhouse gig, we just had a feeling that was going to be such a fucking incredible show. You know, especially sold out. Just going from like the Camden Assembly just a few years ago to the Roundhouse.
It was funny.
To a sold out gig.
He promised that if we sold out the Camden Assembly, that he would get the Union Jack tattoo. And then now he never got it. So now that we sold out the Roundhouse,
I've been feeling like a liar for 3 years. So.
Well, you got to show it off now, man. Can we see this? Come on, we can talk about it. We can see it. Oh, very nice. Oh, that's a nice little design. That very, very cool.
Right? I got
Emerson, show it off.
The 50 pence coin, the Britannia.
Oh, excellent. That's a nice choice, actually, man. I like that a lot. Very, very
Thrash
cool.
Doesn't have any British-related tattoos. Being a
Give
real
it
piece of
time.
shit.
He's a poser.
Give it time. Give it time. Next trip. That's your challenge, then.
We'll give him like a nice little cup of tea tattoo.
When we sell out Wembley, I'll do it.
That's the one. You heard it here first. That's the one. It'll come, dude. I mean, this tour, it was so much fun. Like I said, I got to see you guys right at the top of it. And I guess the first thing to kind of mention that is obviously a new thing since the last time you're over here, like we're filling out the stage. We've got these kind of new members in your live band and everything. And it really does add to a feel, man, add to the show. Talk to me a bit about, I guess, bringing them into the live show and that kind of change in dynamic a little bit there.
Yeah, luckily we've had Andrew since 2019, and as much as we've gone through it all with him, it's just been like he's become a brother more and more as it goes on.
Yeah,
and he looks out for the best interest of us. He's really like invested fully into it, and luckily we've been writing a lot with him recently, and it's just such a good, great state. And then having Jenny come and play bass has been a really great touch to it, and it's been a really it feels like
cohesive.
As we've been growing as a band, our crew and everyone that's been around us has been growing, and our business has been growing, and it's been exciting to see it level up on all accounts. So
it's definitely, that was especially the show you saw us at. I don't think I've ever been more exhausted. I think the band was up for like a total of 48 hours.
Yeah.
And then we were like getting on stage. So I was just seeing like spots in my eyes. I'm like, what's happening?
God, fair play to you guys, man, for pulling it off. No, quite the trip there. And another thing we've got to mention about this particular run, I mean, if you're going to pick a perfect support act, I think you guys absolutely managed it with this one, didn't you? Because, I mean, not only have the Libertines and everything that Carl's done since been kind of an inspiration for you guys musically, I remember one of the first times I spoke to you, I think it was yourself, Emerson, was saying about how, like, I think they just opened the hotel and stuff, and you were like, that's what I would love to do one day. That's an inspiring thing. Tell me about, getting to hang out with a hero of yours, really, on this run.
It's been, for me,
Sebastian fangirls every single night. He's just sitting there just like...
Mac, our photographer, was so funny. He was just like, it's so crazy to see a headlining band waiting at the dressing room to meet the opening band. It never happens in history. And so for that, it was like, all right, cool, met Carl, awesome. Then 5 minutes later, he barged down our door and he's like, let's do a shot. And then like, all right, cool. We played the show. We watched the show. We thought we had a rough one, but he came off, gave us a big hug, and we partied till like 3 a.m. And then every night since, it's been like just becoming this bond. And there's been like, we're going to go right with them at the hotel. We're going to start working with them.
It's such a surreal thing
he's so genuine.
To be around such a genuine, incredible soul, I feel like we've been learning a lot from each other, and like he didn't have merch the first day, so I designed him a shirt and sorted him out. So it's like it's been nice because I feel like musician friends take care of each other.
Yeah.
So after our EU tour, our last show, we're gonna go to Prague because we're filming this like experimental black and white music video film. And then shooting our album cover. and then we're heading to the Albion Rooms for about a week.
Yeah, we're gonna write, and it's gonna be incredible.
And then this summer there might be something happening. So
oh, exciting stuff! Nice little
Yeah.
teasers, you know. Always like that. No, it's
Right.
such a good match, man. Like I totally see why you guys would end up working together because it just fits so well. You saw that as soon as the tour was kind of announced in that lineup. And speaking of that, it feels like you're getting those constantly because you know one of the reasons you were so tired in Glasgow, you just flown from the States, where again, in my mind at least, a perfect makes sense tour lineup
For
right
sure.
there. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys and Youngbloods, like that is. He's done such a thing through his career so far of like building community and stuff. I know that's what you guys are all about. It totally
Yeah.
feels like their fans are your fans, vice versa. It really felt like a good mix. Tell me about hanging out with him on the road and playing those shows out there.
It's how Dom has so much energy. It's like it's crazy inspiring to see, because he really does push me to be a better performer because he's such a great front man and entertainer. So it's been such a crazy tour because I feel like the fans are really getting their money's worth just because like it's such a high energy show, but he's been nothing but so sweet to us, and it's been such fun shows. The kids are going nuts every night. It's great.
Yeah, that's another one where I hope at some point you guys might get in the studio together as well because I could totally see that working.
It's something that all of it's there. Our producer Chris Griotti done the whole
We've been in
Fever Dream album.
talks. We've been in talks with it about it for years. So
Chris has done
Any
his
day
whole
now.
entire album, so
It's
the fans will get
bound-
what they
it's
want at
bound
some
to
point.
And then after this show, which our crazy schedule, we head back to San Francisco for 3 shows with Youngblood, and then straight to Detroit for a music video, and then to Budapest for the EP.
no sleep at all.
This is what happens when there's 2 years where you're not allowed to travel. You're just
Yeah.
straight back on it, like
now,
right?
now we're just having the most fun with it.
Yeah,
It's like,
missed
what's the
missed
craziest
planes.
red eye flight we can take? Let's book 4 of them. Let's go nuts.
Just because you can, why not? Get out
We're gonna
there,
be
get
in,
it
we're
done.
gonna be in. The crazy thing is, I was thinking about it. We're gonna be in 4 different tour buses in different parts of the world over the course of 18 days. So the fact we're moving a different home it's just like at least we're in tour buses, so I'm not complaining on that.
Yeah, it's got to be close to a record. I don't know. I've got no stats to back that up, but
Yeah.
I don't know how many bands have done that
I'll
before.
have to contact Guinness.
Yeah, that's it. We'll get Guinness on the phone. Let's see if there's any stats to back that one in any way, shape, or form. Let's talk about new music, boys, because I don't know how much you want to give away, but we also know some details, of course, about what's to come. We know the album's on the way. We know it is called Fever Dream. Let's start there. You know I love to ask about album titles. That's a good statement. Why Fever Dream? Why does that stand up as what you want to title this collection?
I think the whole thing is with Fever Dream, was the first time, to like give a little backstory on the album making of it. It was, we came off, we were in Warsaw, Poland, our last show in 2020 on the Bastards tour, flew home, the record came out for Bastards, and right after that, we're like, what are we doing? Let's make another album. I called Chris, and he was down to do it, and we went and just spent time in Malibu. We had rented a beach house, it was amazing, so you can be mad at each other, but the best thing of it all was Chris, he's like, while I'm making a record with you, I'm friends with all of you guys, I love you guys to death, but you guys are terrible to one another. And you guys need to become friends and respect one another. And because of that, we actually have a respect and bond and friendship once again in this band. And the music truly shows that. And it's the first time it's been the 3 of us in the studio alone with our producer since we made our first album. So it's coming back to the roots of what Palaye Royale is, with no influence from a label or manager or anyone in the studio. And it's been really reassuring to just do what we want to do musically.
And this was also the first time, I think, in our career that we got to sit with a piece of music longer than a few weeks at a time. Just because, we've been touring so much over the past, 5 years. And, we'd only be home for a couple weeks at a time. And so it'd be like record, tour, record a little bit, tour. And so we actually got to sit down with one body of work for about a year and kind of tinker with everything. And it's, I think it's the best thing Palaye has done.
Man, that's exciting to hear. I'm glad to hear you guys are in such a good place together as well, because it does shine through the music. Even though if you're even on the kind of darker or heavier moments, or whatever, there's a brightness to it. I guess that's the word I'd use. There is a real brightness to the stuff you guys have been putting out this era, and it's really kind of slick and works. I want to pick you up on a couple of moments. Let's go with No Love in LA first of all, because we can see already Live Favorite has taken off really, really well with a nice audience. Love the music video as well, by the way. Tell me a bit about when that one in particular kind of started to come together for you guys.
I bought a Mellotron before the writing trips Malibu, and the first thing I started playing, I turned it on to like the string, like horn, you know, like there's only so many settings on the Mellotron. I just turned it on, plugged it in, and started playing it. Sent Remington a voice memo of it, and he texts back literally no love in LA's chorus immediately. And it was like, okay, cool. We showed it to Chris, and he's like, we finished it immediately when we got it. So it was all four of us sitting around a kitchen table and Malibu looking over the ocean and finished the lyrics. And it's funny. It's because it's like, we've been in LA for so long. So everything we say in that song is incredibly true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think it was funny. I was like, I forgot like what, I think I was at a party or something. And then someone was like talking to my roommate, Andy. And then she was like, oh my God, do you believe in love? And I was like so drunk, and I just turned around and went, there's no such thing as love in LA. And then Andy, that's good. And I put it in my notes, and I was like, and then we wrote the song. It was like the quickest lyrically thing I've done.
Yeah, it's
so
funny.
Thank you, alcohol.
Yeah, thanks, booze. Always helping. It's funny, isn't it? Sometimes the things that come together quickest like that just work, man. It's just like it just comes out that quick and just flows.
The next song, Broken, that's supposed to be coming out in April. It's funny. That was the first song we showed to basically anyone that was in our team. And it was like, we showed it to Ash, the head of Sumerian. And that was the first time he looked at us, and he just like, play that song again. And we did it. And he like looked at us, cheers us all. And like, he brought over a really nice bottle of mezcal at my house. And he was just like, you guys write your first fucking hit, like mega hit. And I was like,
so we'll see.
We'll see. Don't jinx it.
But yeah, if you put it out now and sell like nothing, I'm gonna blame you.
But the thing is that's fantastic about it is, though, regardless of that tune being like everyone in the industry's like happy moment, our thing for us is Fever Dream. Like, it's a 5.5 minute song. It's
the title track off the record,
and the music video is already done for that. If you put all of the greatest filmography that could basically tell a story about Palaye Royale into a music video, is that music video. This is our bait. It's insane. It was a 4-day shoot for a music video. We've never done that much with filming, and it's intense. It's literally a movie, you know. So best work yet. So,
and it's also an indicator of in the near future what we plan on doing.
We're dropping Easter eggs everywhere
with festivals and stuff.
Oh, interesting, man. I'm really excited for this era, man. You know, I'm a fan of what you guys do anyway, but this seems like you guys seem, in yourselves at least, incredibly happy with not only what's to come, but how everything's turning out as well, right? Yeah. It feels like you've got a plan, you're sticking to it, and it's really kind of solidified.
We had a lot of time to plan. You know, like all of us are chess players, so like life is strategically thought out. You know, so we're always thinking about like the end game. The next 5 moves.
Yeah, it's very smart.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like I went back to like just watching like our interviews we were doing with you guys early on, and it's funny. It's like even our agent, I saw her at Roundhouse, and she's like, "You guys came in playing Camden Assembly, and we're saying like we're gonna sell out Roundhouse, we're gonna do this, this, and this." And she's like, at that point, everyone looked in the room and they're like, "All right, cool. If they do, awesome." We're like, "We got the golden ticket at this point for and they're like stoked on it." And they all looked at us and like she shook my hand. And she's like, what's next? And I'm like, boom, boom, boom. And she's like, seems really ridiculous, but you guys are going to probably do it. And I'm like, yeah, because if you don't dream big and actually, shoot for the stars and actually put the effort into it, you're not going to accomplish shit. You know what I mean? And we're just happy the family we've created has been so supportive because nothing's surrounding it.
We've gotten really lucky. It's like, it's been incredible. Like the songs that we've made, people have felt so connected to it. And it's like, that's all you can kind of hope out of just being in a band. And it's incredible seeing like a room full of people singing the lyrics back to you, and they feel something from that. So honestly, we won at the end of the day. Something
it's having a hero out with us being like so supportive in every aspect of it. You know what I mean? He was like, I liked what you guys were doing from day one, and like when I came and did this, came across, and then I met you guys and instantly knew this is real. There's nothing contrived, there's nothing fake about it. And that's the thing. At the end of the day, we are Palaye, and we're always going to be Palaye, and we're going to piss off some people along the way, but we're going to make a lot of people happy along the way. So we're really happy and we're going to make ourselves happy because we're doing what we want. So
I think we've really hit a stride, especially I've never been more excited for like body of work to come out. And
The
also,
shows this week were insane.
Yeah.
It's
It's a moment, isn't it? Because it's not just that it's the Roundhouse. It's not just that it's like kind of big London crowd. It is, we can see, even in the time since you've been away, we can see how much the community has grown. And you can, always the best way you're going to see that is not numbers on a screen, but when you're getting out there in front of people. And particularly in the UK, which has always embraced you guys in a really, really big way from the beginning, from Camden, working your way across Camden, basically. This is what's happening, man. It's cool to see. And Seb, I did want to pick you up on something, actually, because I saw you tweeting the other day. You guys already clearly have in mind where you want to go next in London, right? That's what you were saying.
Booked.
It's like already booked. Right.
Yeah.
Are you going to give that away to me, or are you just going to hint what we got?
I can't.
All right.
I can give you a cipher and you can
Yeah, that's it.
We'll
Give
get
us a
you
code.
detailed
And
code that will lead you to coordinates, and then you have to steal the Declaration of Independence. It's going to be a whole thing.
And then you're gonna be Nicolas Cage at our show.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's all got to send that out there. All right, I'll get out of you when we're off air. But it's got to be nice to have again those plans and those aims, particularly in a country like this where you know, you are setting the bar higher each time. It's a good way to be.
Yeah, and it's great. We're just fucking. There's no like destination. We're just fucking enjoying the journey. It's been incredible. We're having so much fun.
Last week is definitely like it will live in our souls forever, and for Remington, it will live in our skins forever.
Yeah, the UK has embraced us. Now we embrace the UK.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's good to see. Well, I'll leave you with this, gentlemen, before I let you guys go and get ready. Because the other big live moment I do want to mention, you're on the lineup for what I would count as like the greatest festival lineup I've ever fucking seen, which is this When We Were Young thing later in the year. My God, man, like literally everyone. And I know that particularly for yourself, Remington, a band like MCR have been such an inspiration over the years. To now get to play the show with them and all these other bands from up and down, that's going to be a real fun time, right?
It's going to be crazy because I don't think we've ever really done any shows in our hometown. Because, Vegas is the hometown, so we've never really played Vegas before. So going back and, playing with my fucking idols, God, it's like idol. I don't know what's going on. But it's going to be really crazy to like, and the tickets sold out so quick for that one. It's so funny. I got hit up by kids in my middle school, like hitting me up for tickets. And I was like, we haven't spoken sixth grade, so I don't know if it's going to work out. But so I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, absolutely wild, man. It sounds like there's lots of big plans for later in the year, man. We look forward to catching up with you when the album comes out and when all these dates are kicking off. In the meantime, congrats on this tour, boys, and we look forward to seeing you again over here soon, all right?
Thank you. It's always a fucking pleasure.
So much,
we love you, buddy.
Always great to see you. All right, Palaye Royale, everybody.